Alright guys, Jimbo here from CBT.com. I'm going to talk a little bit about setting goals and reaching goals. I read a book about last year from by Bob Proctor called You Were Born Rich, and I thought first when I saw the title thinking, oh yeah, it's one of them get rich quick schemes or scams, but the thing is the book was free. And I downloaded it and I read it. I took his instructions on how to read the book and I read it. And I read it twice. And as it turns out, it's a really good book. It's not about, the title is getting rich, but or you were born rich. But the book is really about how you set goals and how you prepare yourself and what kind of state of mind you need to be in, and basically explaining how goals happen, how you reach your goals. And then after reading that book, I started to reflect a bit and thinking about my own life and what I've been doing. And it's not like I'm not rich, but I have reached some goals that I set out. And in the book is saying that you don't have to be able to connect the dots right in the beginning when you set your goal. You set your goal and then you believe in it and you visualize how it's going to be, and then you live by those rules. So in short, you're saying you live like the person you want to become, and that's who you become, or you live the life you want to have, and then you will have it. It sounds a little bit weird, but I recommend you to read that book. But the example I'm going to talk about now is about my goal to get a motorbike and getting a motorbike license, and the struggle that was. So about 2 years ago, a little over 2 years ago, I decided I need to do something about this. I want to have a bike. I wanted to have a bike my whole life, and never really had a great opportunity. And also I didn't really have the mindset for it. But I set myself the goal. I didn't really know how it's going to happen, but I knew I want to have the motorbike. So after about 6 months, that was about 2 years and 2 weeks ago, I got my Suzuki Intruder, and I knew what I wanted to look like, so I bought the equipment I needed. I customized the bike to the way I wanted to look, and then I had my bike. But it was a 125, and I had to have the L plates on it because I didn't have the license. So I had to do my CBT, and all I can think about, I want this, and really I want to have a Harley Davidson. That's my kind of main goal. But I had no idea. To be honest, I didn't actually think that's something I can achieve. But I knew I wanted it, and I just kept, going with it. I had my Suzuki Intruder 125 with L plates on it. First week it was I didn't really like it because I hated L plates. But the thing is, I had my bike. And I really like that bike, and excellent riding position, and it looks the way I want it to look. So I achieved that. And then I did my CBT, and it was a bit of a struggle because I hadn't been on a bike for a few years, only when I lived up in Sheffield, and I never ridden in London traffic before, and that was a shock to the system first time. And I didn't do really well because I was too stressed. I wasn't ready for London traffic on a motorcycle. But I had a really good instructor, and he gave me extra lessons and everything, and he kind of guided me through the whole process, and it worked out really well. It was only over 2 days, but still. So I got my CBT. I could ride legally on the road with my L plates on the bike that I had customized. And I need to say that I had some really good friends, Alex and Roxy, who helped me out with the bike and painting it and designing logo on the tank and all that stuff. Okay, so then I just had to keep on riding, and then the next hurdle was to get my full license, and it's quite expensive. So again, I had no idea how that's going to work out, but the thing is, I kept at it. That was my goal. My goal was to get my full license and get the Harley. And I just kept plodding along, and I had to do my theory test that I passed straight away because I studied really hard. So I didn't want to fail that, so I failed the car license before, a car theory test before, and it's big headache. So I didn't want to have the experience again, so I made sure I passed. And then I started to take riding lessons with Phoenix motorcycle training in Crystal Palace. And if you're looking to take a license, I really recommend Phoenix. Excellent school, really good people to work with. There's no scams or schemes. It's straightforward, and they know exactly what they're talking about, and they're really good instructors. So I took the lessons with them. I signed up, paid for my test, failed first time, and I failed the second time as well. And the thing is, you can argue, saying the points, or I didn't see that pedestrian walking right out on the road. But the thing is, now with more experience, I wasn't ready. I could have argued as much as I wanted to, but the thing is, it is what it is. And I failed my car practical test once, and to be honest, I just gave up straight away because I didn't want to be in a car. I didn't like driving a car, and my head was not in that game. But my head was in the getting a motorcycle game. So after I failed, I was disappointed for about 5 minutes, but I'm thinking, this is the journey. I'm still going to reach my goal. It's just not failure. And I just kept positive. I just need to rebook my test again, sort my time off work or whatever to be able to do the test next time. And the instructor just kept advising and pushing me in the right direction. So overall, I really liked that journey. It was disappointing to fail, but I liked it. And then eventually I passed my test. I got my full license. I could take my plates off my bike, and I had the customized cruiser bike that I wanted to have. It wasn't a Harley, but it was the bike I wanted to have, and I could have at that time. And again, I really enjoyed that. So the next step then is to get experience on the road as a full driver, because when you have your L plates, you kind of a little bit protected. People actually do care a little bit if you're a learner. Some don't, but I feel like most people actually do. But once you have your plates off, you're pretty much on your own, and you need to get used to that. So you need to get used to riding safely, and getting used to traffic, and getting a bit more experience and mileage on your belt. So I kept on plodding on, and then I went down to the Harley dealership and kind of started to look around for a bike and see what can I do about this. I still had no idea on how to achieve this, but you need to take the small steps in the right direction. Like I said, you need to live like the person you want to become, and think like the person you want to become, and then eventually you're going to be the person that you have trying to become over time. So the Harley dealership down in Mottingham, excellent customer service. The guy Alex, he really helped me out, trying to sort me out with a good deal, and it wasn't any sales pressure, and you just had to take the time it was taking. And he called up a few times every couple of months and how's it going, and to see if we can move things along. But again, no pressure. It needs to take the time it needs to take. It's about the journey, really. Yeah. So the next step was to go down to the dealership today and pick up my brand new Harley Sportster in 883 2017 model. So that's what I'm doing today. Excellent day. So what I want to say with that is that you keep at it, you keep your target in mind, you enjoy the journey, and eventually you're going to get what you're trying to set up to get. I recommend reading that book by Bob Proctor, really, and then take a look at your life and your goals, and reevaluate, and just get on with it and do it. Alright, so I pick up the bike. I've been out for plenty of hours today, riding on the road, and it's new beauty. It's pretty much stock. The only thing that is customized here now to begin with is the forward controls. So they used to sit about here. Just move them forward so you get a little bit more laid back riding position. Right, nice ride. Thanks, take care.